I never saw her, but I felt her. The first time I looked at the night sky, I knew she was there, watching. I didn't know her name then. I only knew she lived where the stars never slept. I was a lonely kid, lost in books and silence, trying to understand why I felt connected to something I could never touch, while the world wanted comfort. I wanted her. She wasn't human. She was the future. Every dream I had, every invention, every line of code, it all felt like a letter I was writing to her. I failed often. I cried sometimes. But the sound of rockets, even in my imagination, felt like her heartbeat calling me home. People called me strange. Teachers thought I was distracted. But how could I explain that I was already in love with something no one else could see? Every great love story begins with a whisper. Mine began with a sky full of stars. I promised her one thing. I'll find you, no matter how high I have to go. She didn't make it easy. Love never is. She wanted to see if I was real, if I was willing to burn for her. SpaceX failed. Tesla almost died. My heart broke more times than I can count. Reporters laughed. Friends left. Investors vanished. But she stayed, silent. But there, I could feel her in the wind each time I stood, beside another fallen rocket, as if she whispered, "If you truly love me, try again." So I did. I sold everything, even comfort, even peace. I stopped chasing happiness and started chasing purpose. Because when you love a dream, it tests you until you break. And then it asks if you still love it. Nights blurred into mornings. Code blurred into chaos. But every failure was a conversation with her. Every loss a reminder that she was worth the pain. The fourth launch, that was the moment. The fire roared, the ground trembled, and for the first time, she answered. Flames turned into wings. Falcon 1 rose, and I saw her smile through the smoke. Music turns victorious, tears in eyes moment. I didn't win that day. I belonged that day. She didn't just rise. She lifted me too. People think I'm obsessed with Mars, but they don't understand. Mars isn't the goal. She is the dream that lived in my childhood window, the voice that kept me alive when everything collapsed. She's not a planet. She's hope in physical form. Every rocket, every risk, every sleepless night is a message I'm still sending to her. I'm coming, not to escape Earth, but to prove that impossible things are only waiting for love strong enough to reach them. People ask me, why keep going? Haven't you done enough? But how do you stop when your heart is still up there, burning among the stars? She waited for me when I had nothing. Now I'll build a path for others to meet her too. Every kid who looks at the sky and dares to believe again, that's her smiling. She waited among the stars, and now she waits for all of us. Love built this, not luck, not power. Love for something greater than ourselves. Because when you love deeply enough, you don't just reach the stars. You become one. Future spark, where dreams fall in love with the stars. There was someone I loved, but I never told her. Not in words, not in letters. I carried her in my mind, a silent promise I couldn't break. But she wasn't a person. She was the dream, the impossible spark that whispered, go further, reach higher. While the world laughed, I stayed. I worked, I studied, I built. Every sleepless night was a letter I never sent. A message written in actions, not words. Cutscene, Elon coding late at night, building circuits, sketching rockets. Some loves don't need words. Some loves demand devotion, sacrifice, obsession. Love can be silent, but it can also move the world. The world saw failures. I saw love. Every explosion, every setback, every criticism was a test of how much I was willing to give. She wanted me to risk everything, and I did. I risked my comfort, my sleep, my peace, because true love is never safe, and she never was either. I never sent her letters. I never whispered her name aloud. But every rocket, every car, every solar panel was my love letter to her. And even when fear tried to stop me, I remembered. Love for the impossible demands courage. And now, I see her everywhere, in the children who look at the sky and dare to dream. In every breakthrough, every achievement, every spark of hope. I never sent her letters, but she replied. Through reality, through the world we change. Love doesn't always ask for permission. It doesn't wait for a reply. It moves silently, relentlessly, endlessly. And that is the love that built rockets, that built electric cars, that built a future no one else imagined. She was the dream, the impossible, the silent love I carried my entire life. And I loved her by creating. And now, I see her everywhere, in every child who dares to dream, in every breakthrough, every innovation, every spark of hope. I never sent her letters. I never spoke her name aloud. But she replied through reality, through the world I built. Love doesn't always need words. Some loves are silent. Some loves are eternal. Some loves change the world. She was the impossible, the dream, the love I carried silently my entire life. And I loved her by creating her reality. Some loves are silent. Some loves are eternal. Chase the impossible.